Hey guys, welcome to Spector Creative. You may notice it's a little brighter in my office today, and that's because thanks to this week's sponsor. I got a great, awesome new desk lamp from Charyjod, and actually, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's pretty awesome. Hey everyone, today's video is brought to you by the LED lamp from Dimmable, a Charyjob product. Let's take a look. All right. Let me lose. Here's lose parts. Hey, it's not bad. Instant setup. All right. All right, so I've got it set up on my desk here, and yeah, it's got great features. It's got flip up top. It's got controls on the base for both the secondary light, and it's all done by touch. So you can go up, down, and wow, I think this is actually really going to help my videos too, because it'll be great to have another light source right on my desk. I know my desk obviously looks cluttered, but it fits in very well, and hey, it even has a plug in the back for my phone, which is great because my cords go everywhere. So yeah, it takes up very little space. It is really bright, and I love that it's a touch control, and it has two different lights. It's got the light on the base and the light on the top. So description in the link below. Thanks for supporting this channel. So yes, always appreciative of sponsors for this channel and for you guys for subscribing and watching. Could not do this channel without you. So yeah, link below for today's sponsor, but let's jump into today's topic, discounting, or rather clearancing toys. It's a confusing thing because, well, why are some toys clearanced when they obviously should be and some are not when they shouldn't be? Or wait a minute, reverse that. Pulled a Willy Wonka there. Point being is it's not as logical as one might think. Let's look at an example. So I was recently at Target. If you've been shopping there this week, you know Target is having its post-holiday clearance right now. So you can pick up a lot of really good stuff cheap. And well, one thing I noticed here is besides the Acolyte exclusive already being on clearance after like a month, Lando here, who has been sitting around for years, is still full price. So, all right, why is that? So, I picked up this guy. I picked up a Cobb Vance, right? Originally $24.99 on sale for $7.49. That's pretty awesome. I mean, that's cheaper than I just got this new Luke vintage figure from Amazon that was $16.99 plus tax. So I paid more for a basic figure than a deluxe. Now, I actually already have a Cobb Vance figure. I bought this one because I thought it'd be good for the video, but two, I actually wanted a second one because I was really impressed with this figure. I'm rarely that impressed with figures these days that I'm going to buy a double. I have a thing for space cowboys. What can I say? It's why I like Firefly so much. All right, so why is it that this could be on clearance right next to Lando 6-inch Black Series from 5 years ago? The reason being is it all comes down to case assortments and what are called parent SKUs and children SKUs. So a parent SKU is an assortment. We're probably familiar with assortments, right? Where you have multiple figures from a brand in a case versus what's called a solid case pack, where you get all of one thing. Now, exclusives are usually solid case packs because it's only going to one company, one store, like a Walmart exclusive or et cetera. They're called customized in the toy industry is what the programs are called. But we as collectors call them exclusives. So this Cobb Vance, as an example, while not an exclusive, you could pick this up on Amazon. Not as cheap. It's $11.99 on Amazon. I checked. So it's cheaper at Target right now. The reason, though, that this shipped in a solid case pack is it was an assortment of one. So while many times you have mixed assortments, Marvel Legends used to come in this, but you'll notice now the way Target is they like to have more and more solid case packs. Why is this? It's exactly because of clearance. So Lando, he's not a system, he's a man, was part of an assortment, the Black Series. If they put Lando on clearance, it would affect all. Lando is a child SKU of a parent assortment. So in order to put a child SKU on clearance, you have to put the entire parent assortment on clearance, which means if Lando went on clearance, all Black Series, including the very latest figures, were on clearance. And you might say, well, wait a minute, Lando's from 5 years ago. Wouldn't they have changed the assortment number by now? Well, no. The reason that they often don't change the assortment number is because companies, toy companies, and retailers want to track sales year to year. As an example, when I was on DC Universe Classics at Mattel, we kept the same assortment number for 6 years. It allowed us so that we could go back and look at 6 years worth of sales history. If you change the assortment every year, well, then you lose that ability. So Cobb Vance was part of a solid case pack deluxe figure. Yes, there are many deluxe figures that have shipped, but in this case, he was shipping as an assortment of one, as opposed to being, multiple figures being in that. The other thing is that Target, especially, well, they kind of led the way, has been requesting more and more for all figures to be open stock. You've seen this with Marvel Legends a lot, where Marvel Legends used to ship as a wave, where you would get multiple figures in a case pack. Now they're shipping as solid case packs. This was something originally designed for online sellers, but retailers, brick and mortar, have embraced this in the past few years, realizing it's a lot better to have solid case packs, specifically because of the clearance issue. So, for example, this Wolverine here that went on clearance was able to do so because Marvel Legends puts, first of all, each assortment in a separate SKU, unlike Black Series. And then they're now putting each individual figure as a parent SKU. So Marvel Legends has migrated from being a child SKU line, Marvel Legends is the parent line, and then under it is each individual figure like Spider-Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Darkhawk, etc., etc. Well, usually not Darkhawk, but lots of Captain Americas. More's the pity. And by now making all of the figures parent SKUs, it allows companies or retailers to clearance out those individual figures. So if Lando, General Lando, had been a parent SKU or had been an assortment of one, they could have clearanced him because he would have had his own UPC and assortment. But because his UPC and assortment is tied to all the Black Series figures in order to have year-on-year sales, well, that's why to this day, we are getting Lando at full price and Cobb Vance here at less than the cost of a vintage figure. I know, it's a crazy dance, but that's kind of how clearancing works and why a lot of stores and companies are migrating to more and more open stock and parent SKUs and fewer assortments. It's going to have an effect on cross-sells too, but we'll get into that in another video. Thanks for watching. Thank you again for this week's sponsor. And yeah, it's a really awesome light. I mean, look at that. Ooh, now it's dark. Now it's light. Now it's dark. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.